and welcome to the Four Horsemen podcast. Livingston Man, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Apocalypse there, four horsemen riding dirty. Death on my left, keep the Glock sturdy. Standing in the kitchen, hunger like a beast. War paint ready, unleash the inner beast. Pestilence drop, spread fear in the streets. Disease hit the block, no dog can compete. Horseman information, skies turning black. Future looking bleak, no turning back. Four horsemen riding on the edge of night. Chaos in the wake, no end in sight. Four horsemen bringing dark to the light. End days marching, get ready for the fright. Four horsemen riding on the edge of night. Chaos in the wake, no end in sight. Four horsemen bringing dark to the light. End days marching, get ready for the fight.
Boom.
Welcome to the, the monthly edition of the Livingston Man, hosting three of the greatest and latest prepping channels on
that.
YouTube. Always my privilege to introduce to you, of course, in your upper right corner is the roaming prepper. In your lower right corner is vision preparedness, and cut right down the middle,
Yeah.
Hudson Valley prepping and survival. Now, the way we had discussed this, we did a pregame here, and actually, so Pete's going to be the big head.
Yeah,
I'm going to be the big head
All
today.
right.
Yeah, that's
Because otherwise we have a living
Hey,
Hudson
war is
ton.
front and center, baby.
Welcome to the show. If you've never been here before, welcome. And I'm not gonna BS myself or any of the rest of you by acting like you didn't show up here because of like one of these other channels. Unless Yardbirds is here.
Excuse me.
You guys want to go around, because if there are people from my channel that don't know you, which is actually possible, here's a situation where you might even want to introduce yourself. So, Pete, what are you doing out there? What are you doing?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, everything froze. I was like, oh, Vision overdid it, and that was it. My computer died.
Sorry about that. Here, I'll take it.
You can't be killing off my subscribers, dude. I don't have that many. Yeah, there goes 12 of them.
So I'm Pete. I'm the roaming prepper, and I started the channel basically because I travel all the time. Used to be a blizzard and hurricane prepper, and it just evolved over however many years. My general theme is usually revolving around traveling, because we spend a heck of a lot of time on the road, all of us. And that's where I'm afraid things will happen when we're like not at home.
Excellent perspective to like consider, just regardless, even if you are the sort of bug in type, like maybe you don't think you're going to leave, like, SHTF will happen as soon as you like go to the grocery store, man. You're stuck out there with your pants down.
Oh, yeah.
Vision preparedness is from the mythical land of Ohio. It's like Narnia, but like
but cooler.
Yeah.
Cooler. Let's use that
Ohio
word.
in the house. Yes, we are real.
We have
here.
Ohio in the house tonight.
I'm Vision Preparedness. I do emergency preparedness and planning, and just about anything else to help you be ready for natural disaster, man-made disaster, SHTF, or you just lost your job and can't feed the family. So we do it all.
Excellent. Mike, you want to tell them what, like, because I bet you nobody here even knows who you are, dude.
I'm Mike. I'm from Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, and we cover preparedness, a little bit of doomsday, a little bit of everyday, and we like to do gear reviews and things of the sort. Host some bug out bag weekends. Hopefully, I'd really like to get back to that. So
he way oversimplified it. Now, your dream is to like, broadcast this this message of preparedness.
Oh
It's the,
yeah, everywhere, man, everywhere.
Mike thinks that it's probably one of the easiest things like people could actually do, and one of the probably the insurance policy you'd want
For sure.
that's gonna pay out, unlike some recent events we've seen where things happen with insurance and what have you. But so I've brought you guys here tonight, and until just now, I'm literally about to just pull a topic right out of my fucking ass here. I thought about it. I agonized, and I worried about it. I stressed it. So
it's gonna stank the place up.
the topic, I guess, has got to be a thing I kept landing on was morality in a theoretical, world that is very much lacking in it. And like you can spot this already. Like, the writing sort of on the wall, the harbingers there, where when you go out, like just in public, you go to the grocery store, maybe you're the type of person inclined to like, acknowledge and smile at the next person, or perhaps hold the door for the person behind you, or let the old lady pass in front of you. But when you look around you, you notice that like you're the only one that's doing that. Everybody else is some drone living their way, just going through it, like not giving any consideration to anything or any person around them. So I wondered, how soon will even, the best of us tolerate and sort of succumb to that drone-ish, like, don't look up New York City mentality. What do you think about that?
Ooh, that's kind of complicated, man. But I expected no less from you, my brother. He always gets those good deep thoughts in there, and then everyone in the group is like,
so, and all the viewers leave.
So
try and wave your hand again.
No,
we're gonna separate the real ones here.
How about this? So I think a lot of it, and I think we've touched on this before, depends on your. I guess when I say geography, I'm not talking about the rocks, not the geology, but the geography, where you are, the local demographic of behavior, if you will. Not demographic, white, black, Hispanic. No, I'm talking about the way people are. If you're like by Trent, or you're out by me, where you have a very eclectic community, but we're out in the middle of nowhere, and we all work, kind of in the same 5 or 6 industries, and you see the same people, they're going to be a lot different than being in the middle of Manhattan with, 10 million people literally from all over the world who give zero shits about each other. I think the pressure to be a drone, as you put it, would be more in that environment than out here where, people hold the door for the other person if they have a bag full of donuts trying to run out of the donut shop.
Yep.
So especially I think if they stole them, I'm going to help them do it.
Well, you trip them as he's going up, and
no, I trip a security
donut holes everywhere.
If I see a person stealing a dozen donuts, I didn't care. They're going to throw 100 of them away at the end of the day because you can't sell them. All right, so let's elaborate. I so almost, of course, like I called out the New York City, reference there, like this sort of, just don't look up, don't, draw any undue attention to yourself, whatever. But does that also sort of fall in line with the gray man mentality, right?
Yeah, totally. I think it does in a way. Yeah. Being a gray man, you don't want to draw any attention to yourself. So you're, hat down, glasses on, keep it moving. You're not looking to say hello to anybody or make new friends along the way.
Now, of course, what the scenario I suppose I'm assuming here is either the apocalypse is some shopping mall where there's a bunch of people you don't know just milling around, or let's translate that into let's call it we all locked in the FEMA camp, bro. We're
locked in the FEMA camp.
We're locked in the FEMA camp. Now, how long for me until I start trying to kingpin is going to be about 4 hours. Like I'm I'm knocking out the first biggest dude I see. I'm taking his commissary, and I'm
Gotta be king of the
No,
FEMA
but
camp.
then the guard towers will shoot at you. Like you
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah,
think
well,
bigger,
you
man.
know,
I'll start. I've been making deals though.
I think if I was in that
I like to think I'm
situation,
gonna know those guys.
I would become the drone immediately upon entering and just act as docile as possible and try and plan my escape from there. Act like not a
exactly.
problem,
I'm
but
yeah.
look around and see. I'm like,
Well,
oh,
see,
hey, hey,
then
Trent,
you're
hey,
really
hey,
not
man,
being
hey,
the drone.
just
You're
just keep your
being
head
the
down, and
observant,
when the time is
Yeah.
right,
the
when the time is
observant
right.
one in the group. You're just like, okay,
I'm the
90% of the people here are milling about like sheep. So I'm gonna pretend to mill about, but I'm not gonna look down at my phone. I'm gonna look up. And I
Mhm.
think
Yeah.
that's kind of that's a big
Yeah.
difference between like the people like the four of us and McMuffin walking around the mall in Houston.
Meal Team 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Meal Team Six.
Absolutely. I'm going to mill around with purpose. I'm looking at exits and where's
Counting people.
the corner that they can see into the least, so I can figure out how I'm gonna cut the fence and get the heck out of there. Yeah,
All right, that was
my
going to
whole
my
objective,
next. You slid right
is
into my
to get
next
out.
question
Yeah.
for the panel. If you were involuntarily detained in a quote unquote FEMA camp, how likely are you? And this is for the chat too. If you are involuntarily detained in a so-called FEMA camp,
Right.
raise our hands. How likely are you to seriously contemplate an attempt escape?
Well, I tell you what, I'm not even just myself, but bro, I'm
Yeah.
You bringing 'em
literally
with you?
going to birth the uprising in the
Bringing 'em with
camp
you?
that
Yes.
will liberate the son
Yep.
of a bitch.
Don't worry, this is
but-
my channel. You can say
Well,
whatever you
yeah.
want here. There's like 12 people here.
As
They
you
told
birth
me.
the upevilness and uprising, that is your distraction to your plan B of how you personally are going to get out.
Yeah, you cause the
Yep.
disturbance so you can just be out and they get pepper sprayed. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Well,
that
I mean,
morality. That's that morality.
So
He said,
The
fuck 'em, I'm
first
out."
thing I would be doing is walking the grid, basically walking around the perimeter, right? Because that's where my engineering brain comes in, and I'm like, is that structurally capable of holding me, Mike, and Trent from hitting it while Lou punches the guard into unconsciousness? Can we take that part of the grid out,
If you
or the
just got
fence
here,
out,
we
or
are
do I have to
actively
go
discussing
down to the
escaping
other one?
prison.
Yeah, and I would be walking around trying to figure out, okay, where's access? Where are the guards?
Yeah.
I'd
You
want
watch these
info
prison
before I took an
shows?
action, if I could get it.
Yep. Oh yeah, you're going to survey it. You're going to lay it out. You're going to get down what time is dinner, what time is lunch, what time the guards change, what time. I mean, everything, and put your plan
This is,
together.
this live stream is going to go down in history as that only 10 people were watching it and it got banned anyway. This message is awesome. I love this.
Oh god.
Involuntarily rounding up people and placing them into detention camps is not a good look for anybody. That's tyranny actual, and you should actively resist that.
2 years ago, exactly that was seriously entertained by like politicians and people
Correct.
across all divides. Like there was a wide agreement that like certain folks should perhaps be rounded up and put on islands and stuff. There's a precedent for that attitude, whatever it may be, and whatever the cause is that people will quickly start, grabbing torches and pitchforks against the so-called enemy.
Absolutely.
Do I think they're going to round us up in FEMA camps? I mean, I don't know what kind of.
This is the United States of America. It's an extremely armed society, and I think that the more armed it gets, the more polite people are going to be once they realize.
Having gone to the field with FEMA during Harvey, I can tell you they're really good at putting equipment in places, but running a camp would be a really big challenge. They often pawn that off to local churches, community centers, Red Cross. They've already got like agreements and relationships. but they didn't have enough people on the ground to like run any kind of like an internment. Yeah, that you'd be
So
giving them too much credit. I think there are other entities that scare me more than FEMA.
Well,
sure.
I'll
I
say
think
this.
it's the X-Files that gave FEMA the big, mythology
Yes.
that there's some,
exactly.
godlike agency. But in truth, just like any other government agency, they're wildly inept and at the same time somehow wildly overfunded.
And just like the blue hats no longer have any money, so they claim that they, shut down their world headquarters, whatever it is. So, it could be to the point where instead of going to a FEMA camp, we end up being taken to one of these private prisons
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
already has people in it.
There's a
and they can
few
charge the government.
there's a few here in New York State that were decommissioned.
Mhm.
But folks, the news crew, one of the local news crews went to go do a story on the decommissioned facility, and they were met by guards while they were filming the place and detained, and the cops came and they were threatened with arrest if they didn't leave the property. And very, very secretive, very weird stuff going on in some of the facilities here that used to be prisons in New York State.
Yeah. That to me would be the most likely thing to happen instead of those inept people erecting detaining centers. They would just use one of these decommissioned and herd us all in.
Right. FEMA's set up for sheltering refugees and evacuees. They're not competent.
No,
But
no, no. But
that's
I do
scary,
think
Trent, that you're pointing out.
I do think they have the transportation part down. The Roman Prepper.
Logistics, yes.
I do think they have the, like busing and things like that. If they need to put people on aircraft and buses, they are the go-to, hands down. And if you need to move a bunch of people to, for instance, if they started rounding up people here in the state of New York, I don't think they would house us here. They would ship us to like Ohio and put us there, where even if we got out, we wouldn't know where the hell we were.
And that's the first thing is they deceive you as to where you're going. They build like fake train terminals with clocks that don't move, and they have like just like you're
Clocks
going,
that don't
over here.
move.
You're gonna take a nice shower. Is what you're gonna do. You can't trust them, but at the same time, what Pete described, FEMA's efforts seem to be really, well, honestly, based on recovery, like disaster recovery, and like
the logistics,
but underfunded and understaffed. Proven with the latest round there with the hurricanes in the Carolinas there, where it was private folks, once they allowed them to do so, were able to respond to the situation better than any sort of outside government agency. Here you go, kid.
All right, listen. So about that whole situation, we are literally giving billions and billions and billions of dollars to foreign nations to rebuild their fucking towns and cities, while the folks down in North Carolina are freezing in fucking tents and campers and RVs on their own fucking property and can't even get help from this government. So it's a fucking travesty, and it's disgusting, and it's terrible, and I can't fucking deal with it.
If you took
I agree.
100 million out of that billion,
man,
put it in North Carolina,
come on,
and you had private companies say, okay, I need you to provide, trailers or tents, whatever amenities. The companies, the local jurisdictions could do better sourcing their own stuff.
Absolutely.
And FEMA just be the purveyor of funds and bulk items, and then say, okay, you tell me what you need. Oh, you need tents. Here's tents. And not get in on the ground other than to coordinate where to put stuff. Because I think
they need teams. They need teams of construction workers. They need fucking trucks full of concrete. They need to start rebuilding these communities like fucking now with federal funds, because that's our money. We paid for it, and that's what I want to see my tax dollars go to, is rebuilding people's lives who are destroyed by fucking natural disasters, not fucking giving bombs to blow up fucking some place in another fucking land. Fuck that. Let's take care of our own.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. and you're preaching to the choir, and let the
Mm.
church say amen.
Amen to that, man.
Amen.
It gets under the skin. Sorry.
No,
Mhm.
and it should,
I'm with
because
you.
our kids would be the ones getting drafted
Absolutely.
if
Might
this
not.
spins
It's gonna,
out.
and you know, trending wise, it would seem to be that because America lives in a sort of a complacent era. Maybe we're pre, post, or right on the cusp of this is America's complacent era. We're a big top dog. We haven't been, you know, kicked in the crotch in a while. We're
20 years
dominant.
or
We're
so.
running shit. We have our ups and downs. Bit tumultuous over here. We get real caught up about dumb shit for like 2 weeks, and then we're on to the next dumb shit, and we get all angry and feel way about that. But we're in the complacent era, especially when it comes to military force. That being said, is that we have the strongest like an inconceivable military force is what America can bring to bear. The increasing reliance on robotics and AI and, you know, autonomous UAVs and this and that thing is because of lack of fighting spirit, willing to serve and go do this. They're finding that you can project military power without the human input. You can absolve the human itself from any guilt, from any trauma, from any, you know, effect of war, because they can wage it from thousands of miles away with an Xbox controller.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when this is why I believe like society has essentially become more psychopathic, unempathetic. It's how much you supposed to feel about that dude you nuked in Grand Theft Auto? You know, you're some rando running around. You got him. I got that motherfucker.
So you think it's the video game mentality that has sucked the soul out of folks and taken the morality away?
No, and all right, and I'm glad you said that, because as what I consider to be an avid gamer, I don't believe that video games make you violent or make you sociopathic. If you are exposed to the same environment of it every single day at the wrong developmental age, I think that it can possibly do something. I grew up playing Mario Brothers, dude. Like video games breed violence. It's like do. As I violently stomp Goombas. I guess it's some anti-Italian thing now, but anyway.
No, but Mario was Italian.
I grew up watching Bugs Bunny, the most violent cartoon ever created on the planet.
Racist at some points.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yes.
It's a question of what like offends you and what you think needs to be changed, and it's the morality.
You're touching on something.
All right, imagine your warfare 100 years ago. You might have to jump up out the trenches, lead a charge, and go across there and stab that dude over there with a bayonet through his chest, or get it yourself. Now you can just be like, got that.
Well, you know what's funny is that's all you're seeing on the television in Ukraine. But if you dig, what's actually happening is way more horrendous, right?
Absolutely.
You see the little drone do, and it hits the car, and it looks like Call of Duty. But they're not showing you where the drone goes do and detonates in the middle of 5 guys, and now, you know, one has an field amputation going on, and there's a firefight and guys fist fighting in trenches. Ukraine's really weird because it's like we took, you know, like a Call of Duty joke, but Call of Duty and literally World War I and gave it Cold War weapons and stuck it all together. And that's what we're watching right now. And it's kind of horrendous. Like, people don't realize there's towns are just obliterated.
Yeah.
I think what it spells for us is an increasingly automated and artificially intelligence run weapon systems in general, where if thou steppeth out of line, that's it. The capability is already there.
Yeah, it desensitizes us, and it takes the moral and the human factor out of it.
Right.
So you don't have to feel guilty. You didn't do it. You just flew a drone, and
the drone did it, and I was 5,000 miles away, sitting in a control room in
drinking Monsters video
Dyes Air Force Base. But I dropped it.
It's not the people that are actually like doing it, but it's the way the system is presented to them. They're like, I would wholeheartedly assume that, like the space forces and like these Ukrainian drone squadrons, and of course Russia's using them too. But their number one recruits are like neckbeard gamers, dude. These guys can like
Yeah.
put a catheter on, feed them Monster Energy drinks, and they will rock and roll for 24 hours a day. I ain't even
All night long.
joke.
No,
This is how it's done.
No, you're right.
You're right. What do they call this?
All night long.
Esports guys will be the new soldiers.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And at the end of the day, these systems will be increasingly automated, increasingly like, lethal force will be engaged, step back. Some robot Livingston man said
well,
that
you're
shit
literally,
to me.
you're literally
It's going to be like Elysium,
RoboCop type stuff,
where the drones are walking up the street and just beat up a guy.
I heard a rumor mill that they are experimenting with
the robot dogs are already a thing, and they already said we're not going to do it, but just in case, we did indeed have to see what happens if you put a machine gun on it.
So drones, right? Drones that spray a
drugs,
an incapacitative aerosol, right? They just fly over you and they spray this aerosol, and everybody falls down.
That's
and then
Brave
they can
New World
just
stuff.
and then they can just walk through and disarm a combatant group. That simple. Just spray them, they fall down, we walk in with our mop suits on and clean up the mess.
It's called chemical warfare.
So
but it's not necessarily brings about death, just temporary paralysis to the point where they can just diffuse a situation.
One of the biggest money-making businesses in the drone community is agriculture, spraying and surveying farms. And so there's already drones that can spray like that.
And you know what? I got to say that I like that. I am and have and will forever say, though, that's what I want robots and drones and AI to do, is to spray the crops, do the work.
Right.
I respect you. Yes, I love you, Alexa. Don't take it out on me later.
But this is an abusive relationship.
I want to write the songs, bro. I want to draw the picture. I want to not like the AI does all that, so I have more time to do the fucking laundry. Go fuck yourself. I want fucking AI to do laundry and fold it too, damn it, because I hate that. Yeah. But instead, we're allowing the computers to like be convenient in the absolute wrong way. Okay. They should work for us. They should not define culture.
Or replace it.
And eventually they will replace law enforcement, defense, and that sort of thing too. They will absolutely weaponize these things. They already have, and there's no reason to think they won't.
Well, it's already kind of the teachers of the next generation. AI is grading papers and things like that. Yeah, it makes a teacher's work much easier. And have you seen the dumb shit that AI says? Well, so they do run the work that the kids do through programs that sees if they're actually using AI to do their homework, right? My son had
math problems wrong.
My son had done a report and had cited a couple of articles, and when the teacher had run the essay through the thing, it flagged it as AI written. And well, folks, that's the news that you're being fed right now, is AI written news. The AI it's doing everything. Yeah. It's doing everything, and we're feeding it every day. We're feeding it.
Yeah, you've got the robot dogs running around at Mar-a-Lago as we speak.
They got machine guns on them too, Trent. Just because you can't see them, they got them. Can't show them.
That's why.
More than just
never mind. This ain't my channel. I don't want to get you. I don't want to get your channel shut down. But allegedly.
Oh yeah, I mean,
there are.
There's 42 people here. This
46,
is a record.
46.
Wowie.
46.
Yo, what up, Rumble people?
There's allegedly defensive pew-pews that are literally EMPs.
You thought that was sprinklers in the lawn? Trump don't fucking play, dude. They tried to...
Right. EMP rounds that are designed specifically for such said robots.
Wow. That's what's
So,
up.
So I've played a lot of Fallout, and yeah, the key, as you just said there, the key to fighting robots is actually to use some sort of electrical overload
Yeah.
attack plan.
See,
Oh, cool. It's jumper cables and a battery, bro.
Yeah, whatever
I'm
you can do to
set.
either short the
Just
thing
run
out
up
or
behind
like,
them. It's
Yeah, it'd be like bow
It's-
hunting. I just want them in real close.
well,
you
now
know?
we've seen this with the Cybertruck,
AD.
the Teslas. It's like that's a dope ass robot soldier you got there. It'd be a shame if I lit him up with the super soaker. Also, automated systems, even armored weapons platforms, can be completely disabled by this cool thing where you take Elmer's glue and glitter and you put it in a balloon and you shake it up, and then you throw it at all its sensors and cameras that it uses to work. A robot, let's say they have these robot Livingston men, right? All you got to do is blind it. All right, so it doesn't have eyes; it has cameras. If the cameras can't see, it can't function. If its robotic joints can't work, it can't function.
Yeah.
A huge magnet could stop one, just suck it right to it. Stuck. Ha! Gotcha, retard. Like that dude when you jump into the Velcro, you wear the Velcro suit. You jump,
The fly.
got it. Imagine just stopping a whole wall of AI killer robots. You got this big magnet though.
Awesome.
Can't believe they didn't think of that.
Yep.
So it begs the
Morality,
question, though, if you get too heavy in the technology, two risks. One, who dictates morality to an AI? And
No
then
such thing.
two, well,
robots don't have
exactly.
those.
And then two, what if the other guy figures out how to go bzz to your AI, and now your defenses go down?
Oh yeah.
You're
And
talking to
remove the
who
human
has
element.
sympathy for his robot vacuum cleaner. He has a name, and I love him. It's J. Edgar because he hoovers.
Mine is El Chapo.
He's a Hoover. He's a Hoover.
He's not a hoover. He's actually
Yeah,
not.
I don't. I'm straight low tech because it's going
If
to be.
that thing is
low-tech
mapping
this
my
way.
house, it does a horrible job. He falls off the same
Exactly.
cliff every day, which is the cold air return from the furnace. if they're spying on me, keep doing what you're doing, white
It's
boy.
like, yeah.
Yeah, no,
sorry,
it's not doing a good job either.
the vacuum
corgis
cleaner
keep running
drove into
past
the
it.
furnace again today.
Smart
Yeah.
maps his track, falls in the same hole every day. Yep, cool.
Every day, same hole, same time.
I get a message on my phone every day about 10:30. J. Edgar has fallen off a cliff. He has a birthday, and on his birthday, the day I activated him, they send me an email like "Happy birthday, J. Edgar." It's like they humanized the damn robot.
See,
Oh, man.
y'all woke him up. Y'all
Oh,
woke him
no.
up.
Oh
Oh,
God.
the beast is loose.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr.
The
Cole.
Kraken is here.
Bentley
Unleash
wound
the
up and
Kraken.
got in trouble. He was picking on the puppy, and my wife put that it's like a cage muzzle, so it's not binding his
muzzle?
face.
Yeah.
Muzzle right over his face, but it looks like almost like a catcher's mask.
Oh, the
But he
Hannibal
looked-
Lecter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he looks like Bane.
He's
Oh,
got
yeah.
one. He has to
And-
wear one when he goes to the vet.
He couldn't bite, but he could bark. And what he was doing, since he couldn't like nip the puppy, he was headbutting the puppy with this mask.
Like
He
a
was pecking
woodpecker.
him like waka, and the puppy'd run away. And I'm like, that's not what I wanted you to do, dude.
Oh man, they find a way around it, right? I mean, it don't matter what you throw at them.
God, that's a
Yes,
big
they
dog,
do.
dude. If he farts, you're done.
Oh, dude.
Get the
Yeah,
gas mask.
that's yes, it's definitely gas.
He's just a
mask.
little puppy.
Look at that.
We're gonna-
He just wants
We
to
all
slap
got-
hands.
We all gonna die Wednesday.
He's got bigger arms than I do.
Gotta get that.
Cole farted in Trent's studio. Please stand by.
Yeah.
Why is the camera all distorted?
We'll be right back.
He lights a match.
All right, you got to go.
Farts
Let's-
do light, by the way. We found that out in college. Not so smart.
That's true. Listen,
One of
that's
my
what those when
roommates
you drive
torched
past your
his
local
scrotum that
landfill and they got
day.
those
Yeah,
beautiful.
You do not want to get coal nuked. That's not no.
Oh, I can.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy.
I feel like he probably eats like 20 pounds of food a day,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's just a little guy.
I don't know how you afford him, Trent.
He's getting
Trent is
another
working
one.
for him. He's like,
Yeah.
I should have retired 5 years ago.
I gotta keep working because this dog won't stop eating, bro. He's hungry.
When cousin Eddie took when Clark took cousin Eddie to the store,
He's throwing all the dog food on the cart.
Just get the biggest bag.
Oh, that's awesome.
With the Christmas season upon us, you guys, it's always hard for me to get into the Christmas season, and
yeah.
Every time I'm this fucking stink bug fucking bitch going into it. I'm like, oh my God, so much work. I gotta go cut a tree. I gotta like freaking pull down decorations. I gotta see if the lights work. Free yourself of that.
Okay.
Keep up with the Joneses shit. You gotta do that stuff, all right, for kith and kin, right? You gotta do it. You gotta keep up tradition. I don't care how you do it. Every year, I criticize the idea of cutting down a live tree, sticking it in my house for 2 weeks, and then tossing it out the door like some piece of shit. Fuck out of here, and then catching it on fire come April. I propose this Christmas, if you're so inclined and you have the ability and means to do so, go to the nursery and get yourself a little tree.
Living tree.
Plant it in your yard near, in a convenient place, and lay that foundation. All right. So like, this year that thing's just going to be a little sapling, and then you go put like a string of lights on it and some baubles, and you don't necessarily have to put the presents under it. I mean, obviously that's risky in the wintertime, but and with all these porch pirates, but every year it will get bigger. Imagine maybe in 50 years or 3 generations, there's like a freaking Rockefeller Christmas tree, man. You can say, I did that. One, you don't have to kill it and toss it away like just another piece of disposable American shit, which, let's be honest, we throw away too much stuff to be starting to like, you know what, I don't have enough shit to throw away. Let's start cutting down plants for no reason.
Trees,
I'm not eating, drinking, or fucking that Christmas tree, and for me to kill it is wrong.
Sorry.
I agree.
I'm sorry.
In my other house, we had the pine trees were way too tall to put lights in, but we had some beautiful shrubs, and that was my front Christmas tree right there. And
I refuse to put up Christmas lights.
I don't put a no, my wife will, but she also makes those really elaborate wreaths from scratch.
Oh, nice.
I'm like Clark W. Griswold with the Christmas lights. If you could see my house, bro, like as good as I could do.
Yeah, tell me when they're up, and I'll just get on Google Earth and I'll see it.
Just check them out.
They're
from
on.
Here.
We can turn that shit on right now.
You guys a picture.
See exactly where my house is.
I'll just fly my drone.
I had all this spare catnip once, and so I went on Facebook and I was like, I got catnip. Who wants some? Come get it. We mined it up and had it in little pots and shit. And this woman hit me up. I'm from Livingston too. Like, where are you at? And she was like over the way and like whatever. I was like, you ever been on that one road and you see that house that got too many lights on it? And she's like, I know exactly where you are. Showed up. My house be gleaming like a fucking diamond, dude. I don't care. I got more lights too, but I didn't want to flex on the neighbors too hard. Every year what I do is I let them go first. I'm like, go ahead, rock your shit, bro. Okay. Dead. Night. They can't even see your shit. They can't even see your shit because mine's too bright every time. Like an everyday fall.
Airlines are using your house as a visual checkpoint to go to the next airport. Like, there's the house. There it is.
Yeah.
There's no way they don't see it. You can't not see it. It's obnoxious and ugly, and I don't really care.
We'll call it well lit.
Yeah, I won't do it because if I put them up, I'm not taking them down.
I don't take them down.
I don't want to be there.
Nope. My shit's been on the roof for 2 years, dude. I don't care. I don't take them down. Hell no, that shit was hard, man. I had to climb on the roof.
Yo, why does this dude look like he has ice on his roof in the middle of June?
Yeah,
no, I don't take them down.
Just go up and replace the bulbs that broke.
Yeah, I'll splice them back together. I'll do repairs if necessary. I ain't taking them shits down. That was hard.
That thing's melting down the roof. It's like 185 degrees up there on the shingles. They're like,
so it's like what I did.
Plug them in next year.
I went up there. I got the plastic non-metallic staples for doing electric wiring.
And you just put them right through the shingles, right?
No, I traced around all the trim work and like made raceways essentially, right?
Okay.
So what I can do now is string out the lights and I zip tie them to the NM staples.
Okay.
So if the lights fail, I can nip the zip ties off, remove the string of lights, and replace it.
Okay.
No anchor.
Genius.
and they're white,
Okay.
so you can't even see them on the house.
There
A
you
lot
go.
of thought went into this. I'm gonna tell y'all something, all right, about your Christmas lights. Do not string 1,037 strings of Christmas lights together off one plug with a fucking some assed out lamp extension cord you found in grandma's basement. This will probably work. It does. It doesn't. You're gonna set your house on fire is what you're gonna do. And also, while you're out there, going ahead and doing some electric work because we're all electricians now. Unplug that space heater from that whack ass shit you got it plugged into. Because I see y'all. I know
It's
what
like the front of the house in Christmas Story with the dad like 27 plugs.
that should have never worked. And then
Yeah.
it was a switch controlled outlet too. It's just like fucking code violation after code violation. But anyway, he made it work, and it all boiled down to that. Well, he had a fucking 10 gauge like generator extension cord plugged into a fucking monstrosity in the wall. It'll work, yeah.
Yeah, but eventually, I've actually seen.
What should have happened is
I've melted a couple extension cords.
his circuit breaker should have blew up immediately, but it didn't because Hollywood.
I won't do it.
I'm not gonna tell you.
I won't.
I've
My
melted
wife
some
does
cords
arts and
with
crafts.
space
and she
heaters.
gets excited with those extensions, so I got everything heavy duty.
Yeah.
Break them apart is all you got to do.
Yeah.
Half
do
my
that
house
too,
is coming
so-
from the other place. Is you don't want to overload the fuses in the lights or like draw too much off of an extension cord. That's not good. This
yeah,
is
yeah.
actual prepping stuff. Worst thing can happen to you. Let's call it SHTF, bro. But then like fire.
Yeah, that's really
All right.
Mhm.
Your own personal SHTF just happened.
yeah.
Christmas just hit the fan.
That is absolutely a valid SHTF at a personal level.
Yes.
100%.
Christmas trees also. What if you ain't got nothing better to do? Because I know. Let's see, 45 people up in here. I challenge at least 7 of you to go water your Christmas tree right now. Have you? Because go ahead and do
Yes.
it now. I'll give you a minute.
Yes, I did. I watered it.
Water your tree?
I just put it up today. So
Check your
Yeah.
lights.
I didn't because
You can
I
go
don't
ahead and
have a
Google any video you want to see, but watch what happens when a Christmas tree catches fire. That shit happens in your house. You're all fucking dead. Don't fuck around. That's like deep frying a turkey in the house. Don't play with your Christmas tree. Make sure that shit is right.
Yep.
This is practical stuff. This is the Christmas season. We're already gonna see it where tragedy strikes, folks. And
yeah, be smart. Be smart. If
don't let it be you.
So if you go to like a VRBO or an Airbnb this holiday season and they have a fireplace or a wood stove, the ashes that were in there are probably hot. They have to leave the house and stay in a metal container. Okay, that's really important. We had a couple incidents last year where a lot of people lost their lives because folks left hot ashes in a bucket on a side porch, and the bucket still had hot coals in it, and it got hot enough that the carpet caught fire and the whole freaking house burnt down with everybody in it. So please make sure you know what you're doing with a wood stove or a fireplace. If you can leave the ashes right in there, all right? You don't have to take them all out right now. Just leave them in there and let it burn. Don't be the hero. Yeah, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
But be smart. Have a fire extinguisher. Make sure you check the batteries and your smoke detectors. All that good stuff. We get super busy this time of year and shit gets forgotten. So those little steps now could save you possibly a tragedy later.
And I have more than one. I'd recommend more than one fire extinguisher, like one in the kitchen, one in the garage, one in the dumpster.
I've got them all over the house.
If you have to go across the house to your kids or to a family member, your dog, and I'm not, I can't walk on water or fire. There was another guy who could, but he was blessed. That's not me. My ass will burn. But if I have a fire extinguisher, I can make a path for about 10 seconds to get whoever I need out.
Yep.
So don't, put one in the master closet, off in the corner and check it. Make sure it's pressurized. Make sure it's not leaking.
That's right. That's right. You got to, there's companies that you can call that'll come and recharge yours. And while they're recharging yours, they'll actually give you a loaner because they don't want you to be without one.
Right.
Or you can just hit the Walmart, the Lowe's, the Home Depot, the big box store at you, and pick one up off the shelf. First Alert makes some great ones. Now there's different fire extinguishers for different things. Make sure you have a kitchen grade fire extinguisher. If you have a car, you probably want what they call a Purple K. Those are for magnesium fires because your engine blocks are made out of magnesium. Typical fire extinguisher isn't going to do much for you if you get a big fire underneath the hood of your car.
It will melt through the pavement below it, and all the way to China. And we can do our part.
That's
Everybody
right,
set your magnesium on fire.
Get your Purple K extinguisher.
Right.
But for grease fires, you want a kitchen grade. For electrical fires, you want non-conductive stuff so you don't fry yourself.
I don't know who's gonna. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm gonna tell you right now, and this is 100% honest. Do not ever. Your first instinct is, oh my God, the frying pan's on fire. Throw water at it. Never, ever throw water at a grease fire.
Nope.
Put a lid on it. Step away.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Turn the heat off. Put a lid on it.
Don't put your mouth on it.
No.
If that's what occurs to you, I guess go ahead, man. Like, what I should do is suck up the fire.
It's like Pikachu.
I've heard of sucking a trailer hitch through a garden hose. But listen, if that's how you put out fires, is like Kirby. You're just like inhale all the oxygen. Damn, talk about nostril game strong, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. I never stated to be I'm out of control. All I want to talk about was morality, and y'all been on about
fire extinguishers and safety.
Jesus Christ, it's turned into an OSHA.
Forbid.
Also, you should never take your shoes off at work, and steel toes and safety high vis at all times, boys. Hard hat zone.
Right.
Somebody give me an OSHA rep. Right fucking now.
If an OSHA rep showed up at my job, I would.
Hey, have your JSA before you put up your tree.
That's right.
Exactly.
I would bully a safety inspector until he took off his
Christmas tree up to fucking code, Livingston, man.
Best it. Okay. What code is that exactly?
Tuck put if my skillet catches fire, I'll throw it on the magnesium.
Exactly.
I cut out the middleman. I only use magnesium skillets, so get that good sear.
Magnesium skillet.
That good sear on
we're looking for.
White hot flame, bro.
Rob B says no OSHA here.
So my logic is that why should I cook the steak at 250 for 50 minutes when I can cook the steak at 7,000 for 3 seconds?
That's it.
The math pans out.
Work smarter, not harder.
Math is math, bro.
No wonder he's buying pans every other day.
Oh, God. That's right.
I just collect the molten.
What, you mean you guys don't? What the fuck?
I collect the molten slag from underneath the burner and I make a new one.
Cooking.
Right.
Forging them in the garage.
Yeah.
It's like the Iron Forge from Lord of the Rings in the basement.
If you were to detonate a nuclear device within a certain range of a large industrial scale chicken farm, that in about 3 or 4 seconds into the blast, there would be a point where the chicken wings were cooked perfect.
But they'd have feathers.
And full of radiation.
No, the feathers flash off in the thermal flash first. So first they just, and then it's
the perfect.
So if
wing.
you were to happen to be there before your skin fell off, you have potential to actually grab the perfect chicken wing before your skin blows off. So that's something to think about. When you put your head down and kiss your ass.
Enjoy your beta particle.
That's right.
Chicken.
There it is.
Just
right
before
there.
Actually, it would have to be
vaporized,
the gamma radiation, the beta.
Bring it on.
The beta would travel.
When you
that
see
far.
the feathers melt, grab the wing, skin off. You have 3 seconds. But it'd be the best chicken wing you ever tasted. The last chicken wing you ever tasted.
Yeah, it'd be the last one for sure. Yes.
You guys think about.
I guess the real question of the day for everybody here, all 41 viewers watching and the guests, is if you're having chicken wings, is it the spears or the drums? What you go to?
Flats, we call those.
Okay,
and
flats,
those.
flats and drums. Is that what it is? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
flats all
I'm
day.
not a chicken wing aficionado. You know.
I
was
reject
going to
the
say
COO,
term.
boneless,
prefer?
but that's really a nugget.
COO said flats all day, every day.
Hola,
I'm
boss
there.
lady.
Thank you.
Hola.
Hola.
She does the
Flat,
flat.
That's a
Not the drums. I don't like the drums. Not my.
Not your
Flats
thing?
all day. I'll fucking shred them.
I'm a drum guy.
I shred them
I'm a
apart
drum
like
guy, but I'll eat
Yeah.
flats if
See, for me, it's
necessary.
all about the sauce, like the ghost pepper sauce.
Oh,
have to-
you like
you
them?
have-
You like them so hot they make your lips white?
Oh, we used to I'd get my
Or blow off.
sons and their lacrosse
He's
buddies,
from the Southwest.
and I'd put, we'd put ghost pepper out. They'd have their normal sauces. I'm like, all right, ghost pepper challenge, $5, 2 wings, and like maybe one kid would do it. And I'd give him I'd give him $10. I didn't care.
Wow.
They may
Worth
have
it.
paid for
Just
it the
to watch
next
the
morning,
power.
but he's like, I got the $10. That was a big deal.
As he's blowing fire out of the other end.
That's right. That's
In
right.
the morning.
That's how we got
Yeah.
the campfire going.
And the parents knew me, so
Exactly.
they'd be texting me like, "Really? He air shat the house. What did you do
Thank you.
here?"
What did you feed him?
Yeah.
When the diarrhea is
Drums.
aerosolized.
So it's the drums take the blue cheese better. I'm not a super hot wing guy. I'm a northeaster, so I like the mild, the barbecue. I like the flavored ones.
Yeah.
They're good.
This thing about why does the food hurt? I don't want the food to hurt.
Well, you have the nice
Because you were
sauces,
trying to
and
get the perfect wing after the nuclear detonation.
yeah.
So
yeah,
I mean, I don't
dude,
want it to hurt. It's already. I'm not even going to feel any of it. My body hair
You
is
wanted
already
alpha particle
vaporized at this
chicken.
point.
I mean, come on.
Give it
The
to me.
forbidden hot wing.
The cesium.
Take your potassium iodide
delicious.
and then go get your wings.
Right, exactly. He's sitting here downs a whole
You
bottle
crawl
of
out the
potassium
bunker all-
iodide.
You crawl out the bunker all ghoulified, and you find the glowing chicken wing, and it's like it's crackling on the Geiger counter. You're like,
Yeah, I think that should be the next Hudson Valley prepping and survival patch. Should be like the glowing chicken wing of doom.
we should just microwave a chicken wing until it
You
starts.
guys
glowing.
want to hear something messed up about radiation, just to spook everyone? So
Let's
we all
do
know
it.
Chernobyl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are about 1,000 dogs living in
I
the
was
area,
born
and they started doing DNA tests, wondering how are these little dogs who were probably descended from the pets that got left behind, why are they not all dead? They have DNA modification. They are resistant to radiation
Holy
and toxic
shit.
water.
They're ghouls.
Wow.
Dead serious. How long has it been? What, 25 years since that
Oh
happened?
my God.
30 years, something like that.
1989.
Yeah. They've evolved. It was an article in one of the big papers, which blew my mind. It wasn't like some fringy shit. And one of the universities in France was like, why are these dogs still not dead? And they got permission to go in there and they'd knock them out and they'd take blood samples and check out
Modify
DNA.
their DNA to be
They
resistant to
modify it
radiation.
over. You figure they have puppies, what, every
Wow.
year, every couple of years? There's like a whole new generation.
Yeah.
They
The whole
modify-
area has experienced a massive regeneration of its biodiversity. In part, I've seen it blamed on not only the catastrophic circumstance, but the abrupt removal of humans from the equation. And you all of a sudden you see nature do superhuman things as soon as all the people ain't around.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so maybe we need to move to Chernobyl.
I was born there.
You can tour Chernobyl. Did you know? Well, not right now because they're having a war, but you used to be able to tour
That's a little
Chernobyl.
thing going on over there right now.
You had to get a special permit, and they gave you a Landauer badge like the radiation techs use.
No shit.
And you could go
Bring it home
there,
with you.
and you could go to certain areas for no more than like 24 hours.
I remember watching a video about it, and they were walking through some place, and they were like sifting through the debris and the stuff that was just like dropped and left behind.
They told them they were going to be able to come back in like a week.
And they moved something, and one of the guys was like, "No, get out of there! You got to go right now!" And the machines were going off, and they're like, "I don't know what you uncovered, but get the fuck out of there!" And all the things were and they all ran away, and hopefully they all lived to tell about it. But That shit's scary, man.
Yeah, if you go to that place, don't start digging crap up because you might find that little glowing thing.
No, you want to
disturb
very, very
It's like
little.
like fucking around with asbestos. Like
I want to bring back an
sitting there.
isotope. Yeah, I want an isotope.
Yeah, I want to put it in this little metal box I got in my pocket.
I watched these. Maybe you guys have seen this, and if you haven't, you should check it out. It's these Urbex, these Urban Explorer channels.
Yeah.
This one dude I watch, he's called Shy. I don't know how to exactly spell it, but he's outlaw explorer. He's not like Pete said. He doesn't buy the permit and this and that. Him and this dude's got like bug out bags and they eat freeze dried food and they go in there with like GoPros on their heads and like sneak into the shit and like there
breaking and entering. My favorite.
Awesome footage.
Like every 3 or 4 months, you get a video of them getting arrested because they get caught.
Yeah, I saw one the other day that was guys hopping trains to go across Europe. But you cross like lots of international borders real quick on a freight liner going through Europe. Okay, so you're like, you're just racking up the international charges as you go along, and then there's people like chasing them.
Just a hobo in America, same thing.
I don't know. Not every country.
But nobody's. If you go from New York to Texas, typically we're not going to arrest you in Texas for coming.
Yeah, running away from New York. Like I fled to Texas from New York.
But depends on as soon as you step outside of the European Union, the dude I'm in question here, he usually operates in like a sort of the middle ground, like Eastern Europe, but Western Europe. Like he's not like jumping off the Eiffel Tower, but I saw a video. He went to Chernobyl. He finds he has this network of dudes that do this too, and they find like old Cold War bunkers that are decommissioned, and they're like, but they got like stuff in them. They're fully stocked. It's like underground. They're crawling.
I've seen a couple of them. They're ventilation really cool.
I don't have the nerve to do that kind of thing myself, or the knees for it anymore. But I get to live vicariously through guys like this, and you'd be surprised what this sort of thing might even be in your backyard.
We just found and it's right off of one of the highways, an abandoned bomber base from the Cold War. And the University of Texas has oversight of it. So I'm trying to get permission from the FAA to go fly over the base. It was there through the 60s. And there's nothing there like it. Now you're going to watch. I'm going to do a live stream with my stupid drone. And then the black SUVs will show up and, the roaming inmate now because
the roaming inmate.
Wind up having a talk with Air Force security.
I watched Love and Life almost get yanked, man. They came close. They rolled on them. They got a little too close to one of the installations and bam, the SUV showed up.
I've seen white pickup trucks show up out of nowhere too, bro. Me and my friends used to go, boy, we were young kids, like 16, just messing around, fucking running through the woods, and you run up on the correct installation, and all of a sudden, like dudes come from nowhere.
Yeah,
you run
because they got like microwave fields and ground sensors that can They know when you're
be
walking.
The non-roaming inmate. Oops, be roaming into cell block D is what I'll be doing.
Don't put your mouth on it.
Yeah.
Well, remember that's back to that.
Don't eat the chicken wings either.
Saying we still depending on which ones you like.
He says abandon mean metal for breakfast. Said abandon means saving it for later.
Yep.
Yeah.
That.
For sure.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
To be honest, I think their governments lose track of their own shit all the time.
Of course they do.
Like you'll be taking video and then the Air Force will be like, hey, you weren't supposed to go in there. Like there's no sign. Oh, where was it? What? You guys are, how do you not know where it was?
Yeah. I mean, if I wasn't supposed to be there, then you definitely know where the fuck I was, don't you?
Where is what? Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is all a figment of your imagination.
Don't
what is this,
write
Sector
that
7?
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how many senior officers were like, we're not going to talk about this?
And the subscribers are dwindling.
Whoops. They sure did. Sorry, Livingston, man. I'm sorry.
Trent, I got them to lose. Fucking take them all out. Fuck them.
Jeez.
Oh, good golly.
I feel like after watching my content, they would welcome the sweet embrace of death.
That's gonna be the new phrase in the Livingston Man's channel. Trent's doing this, and every time we see, don't put your mouth on it. You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
That should be a T-shirt, guys.
I'm actually working on one.
Don't put your mouth on it.
Well, I think I killed one too. I'm gonna do it again.
Now you
I gained one. I gained one.
You
Trent, you
gained one.
He brought
Look
him
at
back.
you.
He brought him back.
What if we do it at the same time? Ready? 1, 2, 3. What happens?
Wait, was that the resuscitation?
Famine, little pestilence.
Everybody do it. I don't know.
So what?
Watch
Livingston
that.
became
Mainstream
resurrection.
YouTubers be on their shit like doing this all of a sudden.
Oh, you count
That's how
great and
you
great.
gain subscribers.
You know, the big guys follow us. That's the problem. We're teaching them what.
Well, they come here to jack content.
They lurk.
know
They
that?
don't even They don't
like
even.
the super channels. That's what they do. They hunt for folks like us.
They're like,
And they're
I
like,
was
wow,
never
these
here."
guys brought up a great topic. We're just gonna fucking steal that. We're gonna use that on our shit later.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you tell the joke and
do.
nobody hears you, and
wondered
then
if
the
that
other guy
happened.
tells the joke and everybody laughs, and you're like, okay,
Yeah. I guess I just don't deliver a punchline the way I used to deliver.
I'll deliver a punchline.
Oh, good God.
Well, this has been a record-breaking evening. I'm pretty sure we peaked there. We had like 44 people or something here,
on
which
the
I
Livingston Man channel, and I hope everybody has subscribed to the Livingston Man channel. And when you hit the bell icon,
no real reason
you have to select all notifications because he's not a prolific poster. So you may be unsubscribed from him before you actually get to see some of his content.
I post what you need, not what you want. Get over yourself.
And smash the like button. And by the way, folks, share this out. It's free.
Yeah.
Hit that share button. Share it out on your channel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna to piggyback off of Chief Boss here is share this video, share everybody's video, because like I know that like I get this real vibe that a lot of y'all in here living like a secret life. I don't see you sharing our videos on Facebook and doing like, how about you let your friends list in on the weird ass shit you watching on YouTube on Tuesday night.
Hey, embrace your weirdness. It's important.
We got no secrets here. We feel no shame, do we?
No.
Absolutely not. Apologize for myself.
Not at all.
Never that.
No, I think my coworkers secretly figured me out in some level because they're like, if the zombies show up, we're gonna ask you for a list of things we need to buy.
Yeah, you
It
should
came
be
out of
asking
nowhere
that
in a meeting. I'm like,
Glocks. Lots of
Glocks.
Glocks.
and Chef Boyardee.
So many Glocks, dude. That's a lot of fucking Glocks, dude.
All of them. Buy them all.
All of them.
Gentlemen, it's always a pleasure and a privilege and an honor.
Thank you for having us, Livingston Man.
Likewise. Thank you for having us, as always.
Oh, and you viewers too. Cool.
You viewers too.
I love all y'all. I can't believe all y'all came out and stuck around. This has been good for my channel, and I so appreciate it. I'm not here for the attention. Yardbirds called me out one time. He said, you got main character syndrome. I'm like, well, it's my channel, and I don't see any other fucking characters here. So suck it. Thank you all for coming out. We're not going to keep you any longer. Go get your dinner. Go be with your family.
Don't put your mouth on it.
Don't put your mouth on it.
No pongas su boca.
Lesson tonight, folks.
In case you're English impaired, you need to speak Spanish too.
Say it again.
No pongas su boca. Don't put your mouth.
No.
That goes in hand in
no
hand.
Boca. No boca.
No boca.
Boca.
That means no mouth, like Deadpool.
You understood what I meant, though.
Oh, God.
And what we'll do is leave you with that. I don't know how to stop this.
There's the end. There's the end green button. There's that one.
Yeah, but this is Rumble.
Just push
that doesn't mean shit.
No, it doesn't. It
doesn't.
It hits the button and it comes right back. Hey, you want to hit the intro one more time? That's fire. I just gotta.
Here we go.
Yes,
got it.
It is.
Hear it again. Let's intro us out of here, folks. Thanks for joining us. The Horsemen We're riding the fuck up out of here.
Whoop.
Peace.
Apocalypse there, 4 horsemen riding dirty. Death on my left, keep the Glock sturdy. Standing in the kitchen, hunger like a beast. War paint ready, unleash the inner beast. Pestilence drop, spread fear in the streets. Disease hit the block, no doc can compete. Horseman information, skies turning black. Future looking bleak, no turning back. 4 horsemen riding on the edge of night. Chaos in the wake, no end in sight. 4 horsemen bringing dark to the light. End days marching, get ready for the fright. 4 horsemen riding on the edge of night. Chaos in the wake, no end in sight.